Bowls Australia acknowledges the traditional owners and custodians of the land in which this stream is produced. We pay our respects to all First Nations people and acknowledge elders past and present.
Final round of action here at Bowls Premier League 18 at Club Pine Rivers, and we could not be more excited. Val Febo here with you at the club. We have changed rinks for good reason, though, because both of these two teams, the Tasmania Tridents and the Gold Coast Hawks, are both a chance of either making it or missing out of the finals. The other match that we were slated to do, the Pirates are already gone, so that's why we have changed rinks here. But Val Febo, Sophie Kurzman joins me for the final time here on Rinkside Live. Thank you very much for joining me again.
All good, loving it so far.
You managed to put up with me all week.
15 games we've done.
It's a fair few across a very short space of time, but it is Michael Sims, Rebecca Van Ash and Rob McMullen with coach Mark Strochnetter up against Kelsey Cottrell, Brett Wilkie, Nathan Rice and Mark Thatcher. The narratives are aplenty. The ladder, Sophie Kurzman. Let's go through it because Steamers and Extreme, they'll meet in the third final tonight.
Yes.
Because they have locked in top two, just a matter of who finishes where. Then the Ospreys, the Hawks and the Pioneers all sit on 9 wins and 8 losses. The Ospreys play the Extreme, who will be going for top spot. If they win, they'll stitch up third. It's theirs. The Hawks win and the Ospreys lose, they can get third and have a rest in between during the first final.
Yeah. Yep.
The Pioneers playing the Pirates right now. They lose, then that depends on the Tasmania Tridents. Should they win here,
yes,
the Tridents can go straight back in, but they'll have to win in straight sets to get themselves in. So there is plenty on the line. We'll keep bringing you mathematical updates as we go. The Sydney Lions are also a chance of getting themselves through as well, dependent on other results. They just have to beat the Perth Suns, and that's doing what they have to do. But they've got to do it in straight sets as well, because their net sets are -2. So Tasmania winning straight sets, they're in. The Gold Coast Hawks win it all, they're in. The Pioneers win it all, they're in.
Yes.
Let's see what happens.
Yes.
Michael Sims at the back end.
On the crossover, we saw Brett Wilkie just sort of use a little bit of his own bowl to get shot there. Beck with 2 seconds. Simsy's just played it a little high here, but a very good home to finish in. Got everything behind the Tridents do.
Commonwealth Games, our World Championships teammates, Beck Van Ash and Brett Wilkie. Good friends having a conversation at the back of the rink there. Beck and the Tasmanian crew were asking me about all the results and ramifications for them if they lost. And Nathan Rice was quizzical for the and Brett Wilkie were quizzical for the Hawks. I just said, you guys win, you're in.
Yep, exactly right. We just saw Nathan Rice trail that jack. Still a very open head there for Simsy to just sort of touch it for a couple.
Dawn Heyman having to do some quick work there, as you see in the top of your screen, stopping an errant jack from coming onto our rink. A couple of balls to go in this end. It's a lot harder to get a read on this middle rink from where we are. We're relying a lot on the monitor. Lockie Williams, look at that, Sophie. Look at what he's done for us.
Oh, stop it.
Some live scores. And he's even setting up a third camera here for us. He is as good as it gets behind the scenes.
So Simsy just missing again. So we should see the Gold Coast Hawks score this first end,
which is massive for them. The Tasmania Tridents, they lost all 3 matches yesterday. They lost 4 of their last 5. It's been a great tournament for them.
Definitely. Nathan Rice just crashes into that front bowl, so it will be 1 to the Hawks.
It's exactly what they needed to do to start proceedings. Get on the board. The Hawks re-entered the competition in BPL18. They missed in heartbreaking fashion that morning. And by heartbreaking, Soph, I mean heartbreaking. The Extreme hadn't won a tie-break all tournament.
Nope.
And what did the Extreme do from a set and 4-2 down? They won in a tie-break. So, Ronnie, yes, it was advertised Pioneers. I know you've been waiting all morning to watch them, but we did say it was TBD to be decided because the final match of the Bols Premier League, unfortunately, we do tend to change that a lot because it's a little bit more of a dead rubber with the Moreton Bay Pirates. It could have ramifications for the Pioneers, but we have been letting you guys know all morning that it may change.
So pretty good starter from Brett Wilkie. And a fair response from Beck. Brett just going to fall shy with his second.
Rebecca Van Ash coming through. So much on the line for so many franchises this morning. The Tweedheads Ospreys also find themselves in maybe a little bit of bother, but by the end of the morning, we could have 6 teams on 9 wins here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Which is quite remarkable. I said 9 wins can get you in, and it can also make you miss out. Well, 9 wins could even get you third, possibly.
Exactly, yeah. Beck Van Ash, toucher, and 1. Great shot.
Brilliantly done from Beck. Tasmania, they know what the equation is for them. They've made 1 final series in franchise history. They've sat in the top 5 for the majority of this competition, as have the Hawks. These were the 2 sort of bolters early on with the Steamers that looked as though they might be shaping the tournament. Now they're both fighting for a spot because the Extreme, well, they have been extreme. Next door, the Pirates lead the Pioneers 3-0. Sophie Kurzman. The Pioneers have missed out on many an occasion at the last gasp before. Will it happen again? Have to stay tuned.
Mikey just going through, but a very fair effort.
So we can tell you that the Melbourne Pulse, they're done. They won't be making the finals. It won't be a 4th straight finals appearance for them. The Perth Suns, of course, they're done. Steamers and Extreme will finish top 2. It's just a matter of who finishes 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th.
Exactly right. Michael Sims, what a shot.
Nathan Rice, affectionately known as Lurchy, or Lurch, has been on song. Still 1, maybe 2 to the Tridents. 1 paddle up at the moment, I believe. Can Michael Sims put them in front? They were dominated by the Pirates this morning on the TV rink. Has Michael Sims got the legs? Does he have the journey? He
So
doesn't.
2 to the Tridents.
They do take the lead.
And while they kick the bowls back, if you can see on your screen, we do have 1 camera angle. We did have 1 camera angle on, there we go, back on the Pioneers and the Pirates. So Wayne Rudiger trailed the Jack for 1. Alex Marshall pumped one of Nathan Black's bowls up onto the jack, still holding one to the Pioneers.
No power play called in this end, and that work there with that extra camera, that is just superb from Lockie Williams, who has done a power of work bringing all of the pictures to you this week, all the schedules, everything. He has just been on top of things. As good as it gets, the best in the business he is. Brett Wilkie looking to continue to insert his presence. He's led really well against Beck Van Ash so far. And the Hawks, their fans, they were out in droves last night. They want to see their franchise in the top 5.
Definitely.
So the last time, Soph, that the Gold Coast Hawks made the finals was BPL 9. Wow. That was the tournament that the Illawarra Gorillas claimed, and then the Hawks and the Gorillas left the competition immediately after.
Yeah.
The Hawks are back, and it's their 5th attempt to get back to the finals. It's been a long time between drinks. 2019, in fact. 4.5 years. Beck Van Ash. It's working.
Ooh.
It's working
Just
through.
ducking under.
So, Brett Wilkie putting one right behind, doing what they need to do at the crossover. Brilliantly led by the dual world champion, 2012 and 16. Men's fours and men's pairs. Was a reigning men's pairs champion for 7 years up until this year.
Great second shot there from Mikey.
This first set really pivotal for Tasmania.
Absolutely,
because a straight sets win for them will guarantee them a place in the finals. A win in a tie break, and it's not quite up to them, so it's still somewhat in their hands.
Yeah, definitely.
Which is what you want. Sydney lead Perth 4-0. The Lions are mounting a late charge. The Pirates want to spoil and rain on the Adelaide parade too.
Mikey just apologising for that one as he falls short. One last chance.
Nathan Rice. They're in control here. Michael Sims with one more, I believe, yes?
Yes.
Final ball of the end for Tasmania.
Going to play the same hand. Had the option to switch over and roll through his own.
What's coming?
He's very close.
They turn back sharply. Hasn't done enough, but he's got 2 seconds in there. The only match we can't see this morning, Ospreys and the Extreme. The Ospreys battling to keep themselves a straight sets loss for them. And all of a sudden, they could be in a little bit of trouble.
Nathan Rice trying to navigate his way through the head here. Just not quite enough. So one more to the Gold Coast Hawks as we head in to end 4.
And I don't believe we've seen a power play placard. We are going to finish this. Oh no, there is a power play. Have no idea. I think Tasmania called it, yes. Tridents have called the power play. Two apiece. 2 ends to play. Ospreys lead the Extreme 3-0. Steamers lead the Pulse 4-0. Steamers lose, the Extreme win. The Extreme finish on top of the ladder.
Yes, which would be lovely.
Steamers win. They finish exactly where they started it and have completed every day on top in their quest to go back-to-back. A bowl of Beck Van Ash getting rocked back up. So they're going to have last bowl in this end. Next door, Soph. The Moreton Bay Pirates lead the Adelaide Pioneers.
Yeah.
4-1 after 3 now. Happened when Tasmania made the finals last time. They were in 6th going into the final match. The Pioneers were 5th. Now, Tasmania and the Pioneers both lost. But because Tasmania lost in a tiebreak and the Pioneers lost in straight sets, they moved into the finals.
Yeah.
It could happen today.
It could happen again, yeah.
Because Tasmania's shots up is 3 better than the Pioneers. They're -9, the Pioneers are -12.
Very, very, very tight tussle between those two.
So even if they lose, they can still get in.
Yes.
That's all the scenarios that we're talking about. There's so many.
There's so many what ifs. So
if history repeats itself, I will be genuinely amazed because it's so unlikely that happens, that you can lose and still go up. But there is a saying, lightning does strike twice. Tasmania holding 1 on their power play. Jack Thompson saying, Michael is my hero. Go Michael. Believe he means Michael Sims. Nathan Rice, where's that gone?
Great shot.
It's the boss.
Jack is one of Michael's fellow Moonee Valley teammates back in Victoria.
Aha.
And they all adore Michael. Who wouldn't? He's a great guy.
What has he got here? Michael Sims, not far away, but not good enough.
Very good effort.
Set so tightly poised. Pauline Mary Ryan, she can't keep her eyes off this. She's watching in Paris.
Oh, wow.
Be very, very late at night there, but why wouldn't you stay up late and watch this, Sophie? And that's massive from Nathan Rice, but he's pushed it out, and I reckon he's gone 1 down.
I think we're going to see a swap of hands here from Michael up and over his own to guarantee it.
Now, he asked Rebecca...
Never mind. Same hand, bigger weight, clear both the yellows. He does have another, so...
He's going big. Or big-ish. Finds
Great
the gap.
effort.
So Beck's saying that she likes Tasmania's for shot. Should be a 1-2 on a power play. Nathan Rice is going to do his best to obstruct that. Wilto Josh is watching this and Crackerjack on TV. How good. Only watched that for the first time recently, Crackerjack.
Would I sound like a terrible bowler if I said that I'd never seen it?
I'd only watched it recently,
Okay.
so no, it's
I feel
not.
like I've seen bits and pieces, or I either watched it when I was really, really young, so I don't remember.
Just say you watched it when you were
So
young.
I'll
You've
promise
seen it.
everyone that I'll watch it soon.
If you watched it when you were young, you've still seen it.
I think so. I just don't remember it. I'm 100% sure I had to. I reckon my dad would have put it on.
All right.
So an update from the Pioneers and Pirates. We see the Moreton Bay Pirates pick up a 3. So they take a 7-1 lead after 4 ends going into the last.
They do. A kill nominated here for Tasmania.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Wow.
No.
Beck says that's very stiff, and it is, to take all your own out.
That.
Fall down. That is not ideal. And we see a Hawks power play just to rub it in.
Sometimes bowls giveth, and sometimes bowls taketh away, and this time, well, it's plain mugged the Tasmania Tridents. So, 6-2, the lead to the Hawks. That hurts the Tassie Tridents' chances now. It really does. The Sydney Lions have a 4-1 buffer. So the Pioneers now in huge strife as well. They're 7-1 down against the Moreton Bay Pirates. Could the Sydney Lions be the one?
Yeah. We actually just saw Christina Christic skipping with Blake Nan her lead. So we see Blake come off, Cody come on. And it looks like Cody is going to lead for Christina now. So obviously they're changing combinations. Great starter, it was great second from Brett Wilkie there. Now Brett putting his last down. What a shot. Toucher for 2, tucks it behind. Beck's got to play really good something here to help Mikey out.
A 4 here wins it for the, or ties it for the Tassie Tridents. A 5, albeit unlikely, it has happened.
Beck Van Ash.
Cleans it out.
Good shot.
So it opens things up again, and they've got bowls behind again, which is exactly what they want. 2 of the 4 that they need are behind. They're not holding. They're going the right way about it. They've lost 4 of their past 5. They only win coming against the Suns this morning, and it put them in a really good spot in 4th with 2 matches to go. Dropped to 6th with a loss against the Moreton Bay Pirates this morning, who have just timed their run too late. Had they won that tiebreak last night, well, they would have been flying this morning.
Nathan Rice going to make this really hard for Michael Sims. What a shot.
One and a measure indicated. Michael Sims wants this to dart back in. It won't, but it is behind. Nathan Rice has been told by Brett Wilkie, put one in this spot, which is in the middle of all of those Tridents bowls. And Nathan Rice obliges. That's exactly where Brett Wilkie wanted it. He's inquisitive here, Michael Sims.
Just going to get a little rub and go straight through the gap there.
Stayed in. No, it didn't. Drifted out of bounds. So the Sydney Lions have taken the opening set against the Perth Suns. They've done what they need to do in the opener. Tweedheads Ospreys, after 3, lead the Melbourne Extreme 4-0 in the opening set. Steamers have taken the opener 7-1 over the Pulse. So if the Hawks win this set, I think it makes it mathematically impossible for the Tasmania Tridents to overtake them on the ladder.
Yeah, okay.
They have won the set. And it's a 3. You double that to 6. And you get a 12-2 opening set in favour of the Gold Coast Hawks. It keeps them ahead of the Tasmania Tridents. And Tassie suffer a humongous shot differential blow.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was 2-all after 3.
That's amazing.
Huge, huge finish to the set. Kelsey Cottrell comes on to the rink, as does Rob McMullen. So Beck Van Ash off, Brett Wilkie off. There's Beck ducked off to, I think she's just ducked to the back. First set has gone the way of Moreton Bay, as you can see on the screen there. Things starting to take shape. And at the moment, the Sydney Lions could be the team that finish in 5th position here. The way things are going. Which I don't know if they've been in the top 5 throughout any portion of this competition, Sophie Kersman.
They've sort of just been playing catch-up most of the time. So Brett Wilkie, Kelsey holding one. Just going to fall short with this one too.
The Lions were 1-5.
Right, yeah. Not the start they would have wanted or expected, I'd say.
No.
Great response there from Rob, drawing the shot, toucher.
All Tasmania need to do now, start holding and start scoring.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's it. They've just got to win now and hope for the best. Hope that Perth can mount a comeback and hope that the Moreton Bay Pirates can keep their foot on the throat. Almost 1 o'clock local time. Finals start at 4. We know the lineup of the third final at least.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it's the Steamers in the Extreme. We don't know what order they're gonna go out in. way it's going, the Steamers will finish top. The Extreme second. Could change, however. Still one to Tasmania. Nathan Lurch almost spoiling the party. Michael Sims. He's not far away. Here is Michael Sims.
Yeah. Needs to hurry. Very, very good effort.
Can Nathan Rice obstruct things? He's interested, so is Kelsey. Wants it to hold out. Not a bad effort. Not a bad effort.
Very close.
What do you think Rob is instructing here, Soph?
Yeah.
Sorry, he was just having some
just
water.
having a water. Sorry, Rob wants Simsy to just play a little bit more up and over the front red. Can go back. He's very close. Got the yellow, so made a definite one. Great shot.
So they're on the board in the second, the Tasmania
yes.
Tridents. They lead again. They went 2-1 ahead after 2 in the first set. They're 1-0. This is what they need to do now. Just win. But at this stage, they can't catch the Hawks. I don't think. I think the Adelaide Pioneers have just netted a 2.
Yeah, I wonder if we can get a replay on that.
Don't think so. It just happened on your screen there.
Yeah.
So, but that was absolutely magnificent from Wayne Rudiger. So good start from Rob McMullen here, going right around the back. They've got the respot marker already.
Right, Nathan Rice drawing. Oh, sorry. Kelsey, I'm getting them all mixed up. All the yellow balls. It's late.
It's been a very long
late.
week.
Kelsey drawing the shot there. Rob finishing on the respot mark. Rob just missing his line there, but finishing behind the jack in a handy spot.
So the Perth Suns have taken the opening end against the Sydney Lions. Now the Tasmania Tridents want the Lions to go into a tiebreak now.
Great shot there from Kels. Yeah, any contact on that last bowl is superb.
Let's see what Rob McMullen can do. Will he be playing finals on his Bowls Premier League debut? We will find out. This one's tight. Kelsey Cottrell with her final bowl of this second end of the second set. Goes on the forehand. Michael Sims strides down past it. Watch this one swoop back. I reckon this might do okay if it's got the legs.
It's enough. 3 to the Hawks on the crossover.
Michael Sims with a lot of work to do. Hasn't yet moved into picture. It's going to slide under. Will it take a rub? It will. And how will it fall out?
So second shot to Michael Sims.
Almost a fortunate result there. The Kelsey Cottrell front hopper remains. This one's going to drift under as well. Nathan Rice on his forehand. It seems to be the preferred hand. He's chucked it out wide. Where's he going with this? Soph, is he going around the back?
Yeah, I believe so.
But is he going to pull up? No.
No, not quite.
So one left to come for both. Michael Sims trying to wrestle shot back. He's got a couple of
contact, yeah.
Couple around the place.
If he gets it just right, it's 3. If he gets it too far, it's still 2.
It's a better line.
What's he done?
Oh, knock theirs away again.
Still just the 1.
Yep, so can Nathan Rice put in a second and put Gold Coast in front in this second stanza? It's a little rub and, well,
they're going to have a look.
Yeah, that might have actually gone in for 2 there. That might have actually gone in for 2. Which just seems to be what's happening to Tasmania this morning. Or afternoon now. One. So we're at 1 apiece in the second set. Has Mark Strochnetter pulled for the power play? No. They'll be saved. Suns and Lions. Sydney have taken the first set 4-2, 1-1 in the second. Alex Marshall's just gone close next door, 3-0 in the second set in favour of the Adelaide Pioneers. That's after 2. The Pioneers need to win that to stay inside the top 5. They win, they're in. They lose, and they are at the mercy of both Tasmania and Sydney. Maybe not Tasmania so much. If they're losing straight sets, they could be.
Rob not needing much of a correction here. Really only needs to find that gap, and he's played Kelsey's bowl through the jack, making it not as open or pretty for him.
So can Tasmania forge a comeback? Rob McMullen down a couple. This one, it's holding out, but it may just swing late, and that's exactly what it's going to do.
Hawks still holding 2 on the crossover. Nathan Rice in the area. Very well played. Great home. That's exactly where the jack's going to go with any contact. So Couldn't have placed that one much better. Michael Sims with another good catching position.
So they've got a few around the place here. The Tassie Tridents, but they don't have the ones that matter at the moment. And I think, has Nathan Rice put in a third? Yeah, that'll do the job.
Yeah, we're going to see a change of hands here from Mikey. Oh, no, sorry, he played with that one. Same hand. Yes, sorry, all the red bowls. Same hand.
Chucking it out.
Needs contact on
a little
that
wider.
front.
Needs it to get down. Rob McMullen's interested.
What's
but
it doing?
The weight isn't enough.
Almost.
Not far away. This is spelling danger. He cut one out apparently. Nathan Rice. Oh, that's made it real tricky. So we're getting weight here. Mild weight. Michael Sims wants it to get down. Don't think it will. This is going to be a collect. That's 3 kicked out. Are we going to get a 4th here? The Apple Isle waits with bated breath. Three it is. No power plays called. Oh, yep. Mark Strochner says, no, I want mine. They are well and truly on their way. We've got Moreton Bay and Adelaide next door. Moreton Bay on their own power play, holding one, I believe. They won the opening set. Adelaide need to win this set. If Adelaide do win this set, I believe it takes the Sydney Lions out of the equation. Right, we'll cover the rest of this end at the moment. Only a couple of bowls to come, one from Rudiger, one from Alex Marshall. As you can see, we've got the picture of the Gold Coast and Tridents match that we are covering right next door for you as well.
Yeah, Wayne Rudiger with a
huge,
very, very lucky result there.
Huge result for the Pioneers.
Taddy could do nothing but hold his head in his hands.
It's been a bit like that for the Moreton Bay Pirates this tournament. But the Gold Coast Hawks, they're well and truly on their way here. Tasmania needs something from nothing now, because results are starting to go against them.
Yeah.
And for the Pioneers, if they win this set, they're through, I think. And he's knocked it away, has Alex Marshall, but he goes one down. So it's a 4-0 lead after 3 in the second set to the Adelaide Pioneers. They are well and truly on their way. They're close. They are very close.
Absolutely.
2 ends to get 4 shots back here for the Moreton Bay Pirates. The Tasmania Tridents. Rob McMullen going with some weight here, trying to clear those Gold Coast bowls away. He doesn't do it. The skips, walk and crossover. 2 to the Hawks. It's a Tridents power play. If the Pioneers win this set, I'm trying to do the calculations here, but it does take the Sydney Lions out of the equation if they win in straight sets. Takes Tasmania out of the equation if they win it all. So all that is needed for the Pioneers now is to hold on in this second set.
Yep,
and they are home. They will feature tonight. The Hawks, they look as though they've got... They're there. They are locked in. The Gold Coast Hawks cannot miss out now. They will feature tonight.
So we see Nathan Rice place another shot in the head.
In their quest for third, though, the Gold Coast Hawks, not sure they're going to get there as of yet because the Tweedheads Ospreys took the opening set 7-0 off the Melbourne Extreme. Having said that, if the Extreme push it into a tie-break, then things could get interesting, but the shots up for the Ospreys is much more healthy than the Gold Coast Hawks.
Yeah, definitely.
So we look at this end here. Michael Sims with all to do, really.
We saw him with big weight and not quite getting what he wanted. He's back to a draw. Any turn. Any turn. Not quite enough. So at least one here for the Hawks.
We'll get an umpire, I believe, just to get the calipers out, and the Adelaide Pioneers take a one. Or they've got one, sorry, holding one at the crossover. They win this set. They are through. Doesn't matter what the Sydney Lions do next door, despite leading 7-1. A tied set makes it extremely interesting between the Pioneers and the Lions. So that'll be one to the one to the Tridents. Sorry, the Hawks, I believe. Yep, one. Couldn't quite get a look at the scoreboard over there. So power play nullified, and it's power play time for the Hawks. Mark Thatcher, who will coach finals on his Bowls Premier League debut. They're there.
Great opener from Carls again.
So the result for the Hawks, they're through. But next door now, the attention turns to what the Pioneers can do, because even a tied set with the Lions leading 7-1 over Perth, a tied set isn't enough for the Adelaide Pioneers here. They need to win this set. Wayne Rudiger has got to put the team on his shoulders here and finish things off. They're 4-0 up with 2 to play. It's their power play. So they can get a 2. They ensure that they're in the finals.
They're currently holding 1 at maybe 2, Nathan says.
So the Helensvale faithful, they're going to be here tonight in droves, you'd assume, as Kelsey Cottrell.
What a shot.
She's going to feature back on finals night, and aren't we excited about it? Hasn't played a BPL final since BPL 13 in April 2021. It's been a long time between drinks.
So as we conclude this end between the Pioneers and the Pirates, Alex Marshall sat the guaranteed shot bowl of Nathan Black's, and they will go to the measure for shot. So
not sure what Wayne Rudiger thinks here, but we'll find out very shortly. A 1 for the Pioneers will all but seal their fate, and that's 1 double to 2. They lead at 6-0. Only a full count to the Moreton Bay Pirates will end Adelaide's campaign. Things spill out here on our rink. So, well, the top 5, I think, is going to remain the same.
Yeah.
The Sydney Lions have done everything they can. They will sit and watch here because a full count to the Moreton Bay Pirates will end the Adelaide Pioneers' hopes. Although I don't think that's going to happen.
No.
They've put the jack right up.
And Nathan Black's on a very good track here.
Yeah, he ain't short, or he's a little bit short, actually.
Oh, pretty good opener. So big jack movement on the rink that you're watching. Michael Sims goes big, misses.
Final end of this one. Nathan Rice's last pole. They've done everything they had to do, the Gold Coast Hawks. Perth Suns were already out before this. The Pulse were already out before this. Michael Sims cleans that one up. It'll be 1, double that to 2 for the Gold Coast Hawks, and it is comprehensive. It's 12-2, 7-1. They are featuring in the finals yet again for the first time since BPL 9, Sophie Kurzman.
Yes.
What a performance.
How exciting for them.
What a performance. We'll wait and bring you the coverage of this match here. Finalise this one, because we're on the final end.
We are, yes. So
full count for Moreton Bay will end the Adelaide Pioneers' hopes, although unlikely.
So
it is possible.
Pioneers holding the shot. Joe Edwards 2 close seconds.
So let's have a gander, shall we?
Great shots there from Nathan.
The Steamers will finish on top. They've beaten the Pulse. So Melbourne Extreme will go into that as second. Now
Joe Edwards. What a shot. Stiff result.
So Gold Coast Hawks now have a weight on their hands because the Tweed Heads Ospreys, they could possibly finish in, well, if they lose to the Extreme, the Hawks could finish in 3rd here.
Yeah. And we've just had a double check. Something must have been wrong with the scoreboard. So the Adelaide Pioneers actually lead 5-0, not 6-0. So they must have said something. As we see Wayne Rudiger just put in a front hopper, making 2 of that count.
And that score on the bottom right of your screen saying that 17-1 to the Sydney Lions. That is not the case. It's 7-1. Oh, they might have got a 5 on a power... No, they got a 5 on a power play. Sorry, I do apologise. It was 7-1. That is a huge win in the final set.
We're resetting this end.
Yep, we are killing. We'll try and bring you all of the cameras. Lockie's just going to run and get him over. So a kill there. Keeps things alive for Moreton Bay. They don't want to have to go to a tie break here. This is, of course, bonus coverage. So, here we go. The Ospreys have gotten over the top of the Extreme. So Tweed Heads will finish 3rd. That means that they will play in the second final, the Tweed Heads Ospreys. And we think that the first final is going to be Gold Coast versus Adelaide.
Yes.
Just need this end to finish. If Adelaide win it, they're through. They lose it, the Sydney Lions, I believe, go through.
Yes. Yeah.
And that is exactly... Well, sorry, they tie it and the Sydney Lions go through, yes. So lose it or tie it. Sydney are in. So 5 is what Moreton Bay need.
Great shot from Nath.
Nathan Black doing all he can. What a way to overcome adversity and what a way to overcome challenges.
Absolutely.
Scott Thorborn out sick. They were 1 and 4.
Oh, Joe Edwards, what an effort. So for those looking at the left side of your screen, the jack is right behind Nathan Black's front bowl.
So there's a possibility if the Moreton Bay Pirates win this, they'll jump Tasmania, and Tasmania could finish 8th when they were 4th with 2 matches to go. That's how cruel this competition can be. Joe Edwards. Coming through. She's close, Joe Edwards.
Oh, wow.
Well.
She can't even believe it.
It's gone out the back towards that Adelaide Pioneers bowler. Oh, no, it hasn't. No.
No, it's just tucked in. Yep.
Alex Marshall can't quite believe it. It makes getting a 5 very difficult. Is there one last twist in the tail?
Yeah, Rudy's going to have to match these 3 bowls. Any touch on Nathan's is going to punch that jack back, so match those bowls, and it's a very, very good shot. Great shot. Very, very good.
So we're waiting to determine the final spot in the finals. On a live ladder, not having won this set yet or tied this set, the Sydney Lions currently sit in 5th, but Adelaide look very likely that they're going to get there. Moreton Bay need a 5. Alex Marshall has 2 more to try and change and obstruct things here. If Moreton Bay get a 5, Sydney go through.
Yep.
And will play an unlikely final series. They haven't finished a round inside the top 5, the Sydney Lions.
So Wayne Rudiger swapping hands, just trying to cover all bases here, making it near impossible for the Pirates to get what they need.
Because that's what he was after.
That sort of area, probably a little bit closer. Taddy's still playing his forehand.
Purposeful walk from Alex Marshall. Of course, they want to win this in straight sets. If they win this, Moreton Bay, they will miss out on net sets. They've come 3rd at the last 3 events. Alex Marshall.
He's done something. What has he done?
Well.
Worked off outside bowl onto the jack.
Still 1 to Adelaide, I believe. Joe Edwards is having a real good chuckle. No, 1 to Moreton Bay.
Now.
So how can you get rid of that bowl, though? That's the problem.
Yeah, see, Wayne Rudiger's first bowl is in a prime position, because without that, any touch on Nathan's bowl would have made them 5, almost 6. So, yeah.
There's an option.
Beautiful start from Rudy, and I think he's just trying to get that a little bit closer to those maroon bowls. So if the jack does go back, he probably beats some of the counters. Needs to spin. So.
Well, this is Adelaide's tournament right here. It's in the hands of the last man you'd want it in the hands of.
Yeah, literally. Could not pick a worse player to put your fate into.
The Sydney Lions, none of them are watching, so I wonder if
It is very, very, very hard, but not impossible.
Alex Marshall nets a 5. Adelaide are out. It's on its way. Alex Marshall. Almost.
What an effort.
But we will go to a tie break. It'll be a 1 to Moreton Bay. And that means that Adelaide will finish 5th. One double to 2. Oh, it was a Adelaide score in the end there. So they win the set 7-0.
We'll go to a tie break.
But the Adelaide Pioneers have made the finals. Scott Thorborn out after 2 days. Nathan Black comes in and he is slotted in to perfection.
He has. He's been outstanding there on TV and everything.
So this means, Sophie Kurzman, the first final at 4 p.m. today, the Gold Coast Hawks against the Adelaide Pioneers. The winner of that will play right immediately after against the Tweed Heads Ospreys. Then they'll get a break, whoever wins that. Then it's the qualifying final. The Steamers and the Extreme. Winner of that gets a bye through to the grand final. The loser will play the winner of either the Hawks and Adelaide against the Ospreys.
Yes.
And then the winner of that goes through to the grand final. That is what it looks like.
All right, we saw Caitlin Inch have a crack at the jack. Are we seeing Jo with the same? No, she's back in her draw.
4 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Fox Sports KO and Sky Sports NZ is where you will see everything. The ladder positions, the Steamers finish on top after a brilliant campaign. The Extreme will finish in second. Ospreys third. Hawks fourth. 1 net set separating the Hawks and Ospreys. The Pioneers will take 5th. The Lions will be 6th. But then it could change. If Brisbane or Moreton Bay win here, they can jump up to 7th and the Tridents will slip to 8th. The Pulse will finish 9th and the Perth Suns will round out the table in 10th. It's just one change possible from here on in. It's very appropriate we finish with a tie-break, isn't it?
Yes,
considering
isn't it?
we barely had any. Now we're just getting an influx of them.
We've been blessed with them.
Yep. This will be the home franchise's final match of the tournament. Haven't missed a final series since BPL 12. Made it here at BPL 13 when Jeremy Henry was leading the team. 14. Marshall, Roseanne's Faulkner. And then 15, 16 and 17. They finished third with this trio. Last time they missed in BPL 12, the team was Jeremy Henry, Kira Burke and Aaron Hewson.
Nath just hanging high there, so Chris Rosanne's with the shot still.
What an unbelievable turnaround from the Adelaide Pioneers.
Yeah.
It's almost the story of the week. Chris Rosanne's and Joe Edwards, they're done. Their tournaments are done, and Alex Marshall gives them a high five. A great week's work, not what they would have wanted in terms of results, Sophie Kurzman, but what a brilliant tournament they put together last night. They dazzled in front of the home crowd. The Adelaide Pioneers, though, home and hosed into the finals. Will it be 6 times the charm if they manage to get to a grand final for a South Australian franchise? Who knows?
Sounds like a tsunami call in the background, but that is just our power play sounds being tested.
If you can hear that in the effects mics.
There we go.
That's it. Lockie is on fire today.
He's done very well.
Absolutely on fire. Let's have... Oh, this is supreme work, Lockie.
So, 4 p.m, Gold Coast Hawks versus Adelaide Pioneers. 5:15 following that. The winner of that will play the Tweed Heads Ospreys. Going into the semi-final, we have the 2 top teams, Moama Steamers versus Melbourne Extreme. Going into that, it all depends on how those round out. So tune in later on. We have some great games ahead as we see one shot to the Pirates to take the tiebreaker, but it doesn't matter. The Pioneers are through to the finals.
They certainly are. The Adelaide Pioneers, they have held on just in terms of net sets. Just. And they will remain in the top 5. The Sydney Lions gave it their absolute all. Brilliant display from them. And the Moreton Bay Pirates, they will jump into 7th, and Tasmania, well, after all of the good work that they did, Sophie Kurzman, they will finish in 8th position when they were 4th with just 2 rounds to go.
We constantly go on about how cutthroat this competition is, and in 2 games that's what can happen, especially on the last day. So, yeah, unfortunate for the Tridents.
Well, in the end, how many teams? 3 teams finished on 9 and 9. It's one of the closest races that we've had for the finals in a very, very long time at the Bowls Premier League. But that does conclude Ringside Live here at Club Pine Rivers at BPL18. It's been a pleasure bringing all of the coverage to you across the 15 and a half matches, I guess, that we've covered. But Sophie Kurzman, thank you for all of your efforts this week, because you have been nothing short of sensational. So thank you very much.
Thank you. I've loved it on here. Love doing a bit of commentary and jumping on the team. So very thankful for bringing me on, Val. Thank you.
No, it's been absolutely fantastic having you aboard, and good luck with the rest of your year as well. I know you've got a camp coming up for the Emerging Jackaroos.
Yes, AIS in a couple of weeks in Canberra. So I've never been to Canberra, so this will be, it's been a big year actually. I've never been to Perth, went there twice in a month, and now we're off to Canberra. So I'm just ticking off the states at the moment. So I'm looking forward to that. We'll be excited to do my first sort of big sort of trip as part of the Jackaroos. So looking forward to it.
Absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, so for your efforts this week. And look, a big thank you to Lockie Williams. He has been absolutely magnificent behind the scenes. Everything that he's done has been nothing short of exemplary. He's been brilliant. He always is brilliant. So a big thank you to you, Lockie. You've been absolutely amazing, bringing all the pictures, all the graphics, and everything that you need to know behind the scenes. He's bringing that to me to give to you, and he's been absolutely wonderful. And a big thank you, most of all, to all of the listeners and all of the viewers for everything that you've contributed this week. It's been a pleasure having you back on Ringside Live. It's been a pleasure bringing you yet another Bowls Premier League, but it is not over yet, because the finals, they are coming up at 4 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time on Fox Sports, KO and Sky Sports NZ. We kick off with the Hawks and Adelaide. The Steamers finish on top, Extreme second, Ospreys third, Hawks fourth, the Adelaide Pioneers in fifth. They are your Bowls Premier League 18 finalists, and we cannot wait to bring you the finals tonight. It's been Val Febo and Sophie Kurzman, and from us, a big thank you to everybody. Enjoy the finals.
Take me somewhere where we can see epic rainforests, some beautiful beaches, and eat some great seafood.
Starting route to Moreton Bay region.
Let's get it.